Hey girls, it's Lacey, your independent consultant with Janberry Nails, and today I wanted to make a really quick 7-day challenge video. So the 7-day challenge is our opportunity to get a free sample into your hands before you ever buy anything or commit to anything. It's your chance to try a wrap on, to compare it to your polish, to see how easy it is to get on, and how much longer it's going to last than typical nail polish. So today I just wanted to show you really quickly how to get them on, what kind of things you're going to need, and I do have a longer and more detailed application video that you're welcome to watch too, but I wanted to get out a shorter, quick video just to introduce you to the idea of this sample and how fast you can have it on, and how easy it is. So when you get a sample from me, it's usually going to be on a business card like this, okay? I just stick it on the business card with some double-sided tape, so you'll be able to pull it right off of there, and you can see it is still on its clear backing that it comes on, and you can just set it aside. Actually, I usually go ahead and cut it in half. One sample is going to do 2 nails, okay? So when you cut it in half, you now have 2 samples, one for your left hand, one for your right hand, okay? The rest of your nails you are going to paint with the nail polish of your choice. Now, before you paint your nails, take the sample that I gave you and just hold it over your nails to see which nail it's going to fit best on, okay? I have a variety of sizes of samples and I just kind of send them out as the requests come in, and so you may get a bigger one, you may get a smaller one. So what you want to do, it's on clear backing for a reason, okay? That is so you can hold it over your nail and see which nail is closest to the size of the wrap. Now you want the wrap to be close to the size of your nail but not bigger than your nail. You want it to completely bond to your nail without touching your skin or cuticle at all. And that way it's going to last for a long time. If part of it is touching your skin, you may see some bubbling or wrinkling around the outside, and the oils from your skin are going to get under your wrap, and that's going to cause you to have some lifting, and that wrap is going to end up coming off after a couple of days. But if it's completely bonded to your nail without touching your skin at all, then you're going to get probably 10, 12 days, maybe even 2 weeks out of this wrap. So go ahead and figure out which nail it's going to fit best on. This one is a medium-sized wrap, and it fits best on my my ring finger. You can see I've already done this hand. I'll explain why about that in a minute, but I'm going to let you watch me put the sample on this hand, okay? Here are the things that you're going to need to get your sample on. You will need some kind of heat source. I have my Janberry mini heater here. It is on right now, and it's very quiet. It doesn't cause any problems. It's not going to wake up your kids. It's not going to bother your husband when he's watching TV. But if you don't have a mini heater, you can just use your hair dryer to warm the wrap up. That works just as well. It's just a little bit noisier. You also need an alcohol swab to clean all of those last few oils off your nail, just to make sure that it's very clean. You need some kind of an orange stick, or I really like this rubber cuticle pusher that comes in the Janberry application kit. You need some kind of file to get the extra wrap off that you're going to have, and you need some scissors, which is what I use to cut my wrap in half. They're made from vinyl. They're really easy to cut. You can even trim them a little bit if you want to trim it down a little bit to get it the right size for your nail, but I didn't have to do that, so I just cut it in half and now I'm done. So the first thing I'm going to do is open up my alcohol swab. I'm just going to really clean that nail really good because I want to make sure that that there are no oils on the nail. If you have lotion or even one of those moisturizing nail polish removers, they have oils in them, and that's going to cause your wrap to not adhere properly to your nail. You want nothing to compromise that adhesive on your wrap, okay? Now, after you've done that, you can push back your cuticles with your cuticle pusher or your orange stick. I have already done that. So I'm going to go ahead and peel this off. You may notice in other people's application videos that a lot of people will remove their wrap from the backing with an orange stick or a pair of tweezers because you really don't want to get your finger oils on the part of the wrap that's going to be on your nail, okay? That's going to get oils on the wrap, and then you're just not going to get a good application. I'm holding it by the very tippy top. That's the part I'm going to end up filing off anyway. So as long as I don't touch the part that's going on my nail, I'm good. I'm going to go ahead and just put it on my nail. I put the wrap on my nail cold, and there's a reason for that. It is because when it warms up, it starts to get floppy and kind of pliable, and I have a really hard time getting it on my nail straight once that happens. Now, a lot of people do it that way, and they are just better than me, okay? But this is the way I do it because I don't have a good eye for what is straight. I put it on there cold. I just barely set it on there. I'm not going to push it down. I just barely set it on there, and then I look at it to see if it's centered, okay? It is not centered because I never get it right the first time. But when it's cold, you can move it. Once it's warm, you don't want to move it, all right? So get it where you want it to be before you heat it up. And then once you have it right, I think that's right, then you can go ahead and heat it up. I'm just holding it in front of my heater here. I don't know if you can see that. But when it warms up, it takes about 3 to 5 seconds, and it's going to start curling. And then I start from the center and just push it down one way, and then I go back to the center and push it down the other way. And that way I get no wrinkles, no bubbles, and then I just go back and forth with some good pressure. Now, you don't want to hurt yourself squeezing your finger, but you want to put some good pressure on there. The more pressure, the better. The better seal you're going to get, all right? You want a really good seal because you don't want water or anything like that to be getting up under your nail, bothering it, causing it to lift, all right? Now, that wrap is on there. I always like to heat it up one more time, another 3 to 5 seconds, and just give it a little bit more pressure. And I even like to use my rubber cuticle pusher just to kind of go around the edges and make sure the edges are really sealed down. When people have problems with lifting, it's usually the bottom edges near the cuticle or the tip, okay? So go around the edges and just make sure everything is flat and sealed, and then you're set. All right, now I'm going to turn my heater off. This wrap is still warm, okay? This is the one that I just put on. I'm going to leave it alone. You can see there's a lot of wrap sticking out over the top. We'll get that off there in a minute. This is the one that I did earlier, and the reason I did that is because I want to show you filing, and it really needs to be very cool before you file it. Do not try to file it when it's still floppy and pliable, because that adhesive is kind of gummy, and what you're going to end up with is kind of a frayed and jagged edge, and we want a nice smooth clean edge. That's going to keep your tips from lifting, and it's also just going to look better. This wrap has had about 10 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and file it off. Now, when you're filing, you don't want to do any back and forth motion, not even up and down, okay? You want to go one direction, and you want to go down only, all right? So I'm just going to go down, and then I'm going to pick my file up and go down again, all right? Only down. And you will start to see your wrap separating from your fingernail, the extra part, all right? There's a little, my nails are kind of short, so the corners are always tricky. All right, there's the extra, and there is my nail with a wrap on it. It has a nice clean edge on top. When I rub my finger over it, it doesn't feel jagged or rough. It's just really smooth and clear. That is because my wrap was very cool when I filed it. Sorry. Now, the rest of my nails I painted with nail polish. I hate nail polish. I'm just going to go ahead and be honest with you. I really don't like nail polish. However, this is one of J & Barrie's 5 free lacquers. And 5 free means that they are free from the 5 major toxins that are present in other nail polish that you might find at the drugstore or something like that. It dries super fast, so I almost never smudge it before it's dry, which is something that always happens to me with other nail polish. And it's just, they come in such a variety of beautiful colors. They're all in the same color family as the wraps, so they pair with the wraps really well. They're great for little toes or an accent nail or something like that. But I painted the rest of my nails, and I guarantee you within about 2 days, my nail polish, even though it's a great, awesome J & Barrie lacquer, I will mess it up. I will start to see it chipping and wearing. This wrap right here is going to be good for probably 10 days at least. So that is how you do a 7-day challenge, and I hope that you have great luck with it. If you have any questions, please message me, and I will walk you through it. Thanks a lot, and have a good day.